I started off trying to draw comic books, and because I had a desire for food, clothing, and a roof over my head, it's kind of like being in sports. It's a 1 in a million shot to actually like become a successful artist who supports themselves regularly. I ended up going into kind of graphic design, and from there it was mostly print. And I guess for a while that was all I did. Like it's like t-shirts, green stuff, books, laying out things like that. And then someone, then honestly enough, there was an online course back in the day, and it was about this new thing called the internet. And how to, it was, the basic app taught you how to design websites. Before that, I had ended up leaving. I was at Catholic University a year with the set goal of doing computer science. And after 1 year, I realized that was not my at all. So I did bounce around a lot trying to figure out what the hell to do. There was the art thing and graphic design. So I've been doing I did graphic design for a while. Like anything that was printed, made posters or billboards or whatever, I did that. And then, like I said, someone was like, hey, there's this online class. It was a basic online class of how to code your own website. And it taught you how to do it in Word. Basically, the coding system was always there, but because of just the basic nature of it, you would use Word to build it up. And it was, back in the day, for anyone who remembers, part of a thing to get people to join Yahoo Geocities, or Geocities at the time. And you could actually you could upload your code to Geocities. It would rip out all of the the preset Word codes that was already made. It converted it, and you would have your own page. And so I ended up becoming a web designer. And in between that, I ended up becoming a web designer, just to jump ahead. I also ended up doing like informational graphics digitally, and then ended up doing like a lot of infographics and like kind of what's it called, educational modules, various companies and government entities. And then that kind of led me to becoming a UX designer, which most of that was self-taught. And like I said, within there, I managed to, within the point between becoming a web designer, I ended up going back to school to get a degree from the Art Institute in just graphic design, with a Bachelor of, actually it's a Bachelor of Science, no, Bachelor of Arts, because apparently in this neck of the woods, you need at least some kind of like visible degree. Then apparently now is no longer the case, thanks to Google and a bunch of other like entities going for certifications. So that's, yeah, after that, like the UX thing, I was self-taught. I taught myself everything else I needed for it. And then, like I said, because after I got my graphic design degree, I ended up doing a lot of certification courses in user experience. Not to advertise for it, but it's a fairly early, it's still in its early stages. Telling that story, I realized exactly how old I am.
I mean, you pulled out Geocities, so I was impressed. So things have changed a little bit since then? Is that what you're saying?
A scotch, yes, just a bit.